Hi, it's Eden here with another episode of Inner Beauty Friday. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to Inner Beauty Friday, I teach beautypreneurs how to create their own products and sell them for a profit. And when you're dealing with the beauty industry, often it is so externally focused that we don't really pay attention to cultivating inner beauty, which everyone knows, at least intellectually everyone knows, is more important, and it's the thing that lasts. It's the thing that creates relationships that have an impact after you're gone. It's the thing that people really love you for on a deeper level, more than just your looks, because people get used to your looks. People will eventually, and your looks will fade with age. All right, so that's what Inner Beauty Friday is about focusing on the deeper things that matter. And today, I'm going to talk to you about service, because another thing with the beauty industry is, it's very marketing driven, it's very sales driven, like any business, but really even more so. And sometimes the way products are sold is really perverse. So let's talk about sales as service. One of the things I learned from someone, I am a coach, but I also have coaches. All people should have coaches. Even the president has coaches. So one thing I learned from a person by the name of Crystal Dawn Johnson, and she basically teaches coaches how to have heart-centered sales. She taught me that you are here to serve. So whenever you're getting ready to get on the phone with someone, there's absolutely no reason to be nervous, because you're there to serve. And if you can't help that person, then obviously you're going to refer them to someone who can help them. So if you're just there to serve, you're just a vehicle, there's nothing to be nervous about. And that was so reassuring for me. Like, I've never been nervous on a phone call since that time, because I know I'm just there to serve. And I'm just going to answer the questions I can answer and the questions I can't. And so far, I haven't really had any questions that I can't answer, because I'm there to serve. So it automatically tracks the people who are at a level that I can help them. Okay. So that is what happens when you focus on serving. And another thing is, a lot of times people think of sales as sleazy, as trying to get someone to buy things they don't need. I'm not talking about being a sleazy saleswoman or a sleazy salesman who's just, going door to door clanging pots and pans that nobody wants. I'm talking about when you have something of value, which I hope you're creating something of value that people could use, that people want, and you've done your research and you know that this is something that is needed by people, and you are blessed with the opportunity to create it and to share it and exchange that sharing for money that supports you, supports your family. You are bringing something of value and you're being of service. And so you really want to focus on helping people and understanding that it's an exchange, not just of goods for money, but also of energy. So bringing your joy into that situation, bringing your expertise into that situation, bringing your guidance into that situation, really tapping into what your customers need and asking questions that allow you to develop new products that serve their needs. I'm going to give you an example. This may embarrass him because he's standing right there behind the camera, but my videographer Andre, he is really helpful. I am really new to this YouTube thing and to this video thing. I'm horrible at video, which is why I finally decided to just get a professional who knows what they're doing. And Andre is being of service. He'll tell me, you can't wear that top because it's too wrinkled. You need more pink in those flowers because it's going to match better with your shirt. And I appreciate things like that. I wouldn't have figured that out doing it by myself. Or, different editing techniques and so forth. So that's what being of service is about, And so as I exchange, money with Andre, I feel good about it. I feel great about it. I'm grateful. And that's the feeling you want your customers to have, that you've really served them on a deep level, and not just about, slanging some conditioners or some face creams and calling it a day, but this is something that they're going to have a lot of use from. They should learn something from you, have more of use value than of face value. You know, Wallace Wattles, the author of The Science of Getting Rich, talks about this, that in order to become rich, you need to give people more in use value than they are paying in the face value of the product. So they need to be able to use what you have given them beyond what you exchange the money for. Okay, so when you're doing things like that, you are obviously being of service. It automatically puts you in a space of being of service because you're thinking of, how can I better this person further after we've exchanged money, after we don't even see each other anymore? How is that person going to continue to benefit from that transaction we had? You know, and you can't put a dollar value on that. So that's the kind of interaction you want to have and the kind of service you want to be in. And, you know, it also puts you in a place of being humble. We talked about humility a few weeks ago. You know, when you're truly in service, and you're there to, you know, allow your gifts to be used to propagate the bigger picture, the bigger divine picture, whatever that is that we don't know. It's impossible to be vain. It's impossible to be stingy. It's impossible to not have integrity because, you know, you're being pulled forward by something that's bigger than all of us. So, you know, I hope that your business and your heart resides in that space. I appreciate you sharing this time with me, spending this time with me. And I look forward to seeing you in another episode of Inner Beauty Friday. Take care.